This is The End Is Nigh with Big Boy, the Shredder, and Fruit Basket.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
I could tell. Slipped up on the other part, though.
I know. I thought I had it, and then I didn't. You know?
I didn't even laugh that bad.
I don't know why I just couldn't do it. I was thinking about, I was like, dude, you're going to, like, not laugh. And then I just broke down. I don't know why. I'm an idiot.
It happens.
Anyway, boys, eat Skeet Morris. I'm the Shredder.
I'm going to try something out new here. Yoo-hoo. I'm the big boy.
Kumquat on the mic.
Is kumquat a fruit?
Did we
Yes, I
determine that
literally just looked it up. It's
Okay.
a small fruit.
Okay.
Like, I knew it exists. I wasn't sure it was a fruit though.
It kind of looked like oranges, I believe. Sort of like.
Yeah, that's definitely fruit. You know, I feel like I laughed because
See?
I was thinking about, yeah.
Yes, that is definitely a fruit.
I think I laughed because I was wondering what fruit you're going to say.
Ah.
I was like, is he going to say dragon fruit?
Oh, I did. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, that would have been sweet, but
Called an audible on it.
you know what? Dude, that's why we call you the Peyton Manning of radio.
I'm pretty sure no one has ever said that before.
I'm coining it.
All right. It's been had.
Yes. Eat Skeet. Anyway, Big Boy. Where's our weather from?
Oh god. Okay, for Yakima, Washington, all the way out there on the West Coast.
Which we have in fact determined is a real place. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Not the West Coast, but Yakima.
Yeah, the West Coast is not
Yakima
real.
does exist. There's 28 degrees out there, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, with a humidity of 77.
Oof.
Yet there is zero precipitation. Someone needs to correct the science.
I feel like we talk about this every time, how whack the humidity in every single place we read the weather for is.
It's like, how fat is that air?
The air be thick.
But also chilly.
But also chilly. Yes.
Nice.
Does humidity, like... we should really, like, look this up so we stop asking it every time. But does it, like, change how it's done in the winter, or...
See, we can't ruin this running joke. We will never
perfect.
understand humidity.
I feel like
really, when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter.
what, and also, does it scientifically make sense for it to change in the winter?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so. Anyway,
I mean, there is the
Who
fact
knows,
that
not me.
the colder that the weather gets, the less likely it is to snow.
This
correct.
is accurate.
Maybe it's about to snow
It'll
in
ice.
Yakima. Indubitably, my guy. Fruit basket.
I got some good stuff.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, this one is a pretty strong start here. Awkwardly named serial masturbator lands in hospital after alleged toilet brush incident at doctor's office.
Oh God, I can't wait.
So
for
there's
that.
a lot going on there, but the reason it's awkwardly named, 47-year-old man of Spring Valley, his name is Brian M. Bates. He was charged with criminal open lewdness for the Friday incident at a Ridgewood Avenue office. Basically, what he was doing, upon the police's arrival, officers found Bates in the bathroom with the door open while masturbating and simultaneously attempting to penetrate his anus with the handle of the toilet
See,
roll
I'm-
scrubber.
Oh, that's nasty.
And this
Yeah.
act was witnessed by several adult females. And also, this is not the only time he's ever been caught doing stuff. He's been seen exposing himself by 8, 9, and 11-year-old children at a Barnes & Noble's back in 1998.
Oh my Lord.
In 1997, 2 women spotted him at the bookstore, which seems to be a favorite place of his, I
Apparently.
guess. And there's another one that with an even younger person. Yeah.
Where did this happen?
Shoot, I just read it. Spring Valley, New York. There we go.
New York. Okay. I was gonna say this seems like a New Jersey thing. But-
Close.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got something from New Jersey later.
All right. I eagerly wait it.
There's one, though, that you're definitely going to think is from Florida, but it's not.
Okay. Okay. But okay.
Brian Bates.
I mean, his name is hilarious.
That's
Does he
like,
does he prefer to go by Mr. Bates or Master Bates?
I feel like probably not
See,
Master Bates.
Master is only on the weekends.
That's a Downtown Abbey sort of thing.
I shall indeed marry you, Master Bates.
Oof. Oh, that's such that's
Dude.
really an unfortunate, like,
Oh man.
but it's a last name, so really it's not that
well.
unfortunate.
You said his middle name is an M. What's that initial?
They don't say.
It's got to be Master.
Brian Master Bates. What does Brian do in his free time? It's in his name.
Oh, see, the Downton Abbey reference is actually in the
Yeah.
article, and I think that is
That's why I found it
absolutely
really funny
hilarious.
when you
Yeah.
said it.
Okay. But it's sad that the most messed up part of this isn't even that he was masturbating. It's that he was trying to penetrate himself with a toilet brush when he got caught. And also that he didn't even close the door.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, clearly he wasn't trying to disguise this.
Okay, he's definitely one of those guys who derives their pleasure out of people, like, watching him do it.
Probably.
But,
We call this exhibitionism.
yes, we do. And if he was, like, 16 and doing this, we would say he was a future serial killer.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Does that look like a future serial killer?
That looks like a sad dad at a Chuck E. Cheese.
That's oddly specific, but
Yeah,
it's
actually,
kind of
I've-
accurate.
Seeing the few times that I have been to a Chuck E. Cheese, that is the look that I've seen on fathers' faces.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Bring that man to a Dave and Buster's where he can get a unlimited beer entrees and games for like $15. I'm not sponsored, by the way.
Alternatively,
But if you're interested,
But if you're interested, yes, go to your nearest Dave and Buster's for this
Alternatively-
wonderful deal.
hang on, sorry to keep interrupting, but where is the nearest Dave & Buster's to here?
I think there is one in Sauk Center.
no, there's
Oh.
not.
Is
No.
there not?
No.
I swear there's
Look it up.
one.
All right, you say what you're gonna say while I look that up.
No, this is probably really wrong. So I'm gonna be really. Actually,
the only
don't-
one I
don't
know of
care
is
at
in
all.
Maple Grove.
Yep,
Oh.
that's and Edina, Maple Grove.
Okay, Maple Grove is closer.
Yeah,
So road trip after this show.
totally. Opens at 11. I think we'll make it in time.
Yeah, for sure. But I was gonna say, alternatively, he looks like an angry parent at a basketball game whose 5'3" son just got dunked on by a 6'8" black guy who's going to play D1 basketball.
I can see that too. He also looks like he could be the coach of a sport, right?
He
Just
looks-
he looks very tired.
He looks like the coach of like a really bad like 14 and under girls soccer team.
It's pretty accurate.
I mean, right?
Just sort of like the tired facial
He
expression.
clearly hates his life and he just wants to go home, drink a dilly and watch some football.
be Brian M. Bates,
yeah, Brian. Yeah.
but he's got to be at the hospital, so you just gotta work
Yeah.
with what you got.
Okay, what do you think made him change his venue from bookstores to like hospitals? Presence of toilet brushes?
I was just about to say that.
Okay.
And like, so he's apparently cleaned himself up for a couple of years because he was back in like 1997, 98, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So he cleaned himself up for a period of time, but
Did he clean himself up, or did he just not get caught?
I'm gonna hope it's cleaned himself up. And he just had a lapse. He forgot to shut the door this one time,
Yeah.
but like he wasn't. He noticed that it was open. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he got so used to just jamming a chair under the door handle when he's at home that like there's no chair in the bathroom and he just
Who keeps a chair in the
That's
bath? Or are you just saying in any general room? I guess he
I don't
wouldn't need
know.
to be in a bathroom at home.
Yeah, that's true. He could be anywhere. No, maybe he's a car guy. He goes and parks his car in like secluded location. He goes and parks his car in a Walmart parking lot.
At a Barnes and Noble's parking lot.
At a Barnes. Yeah, perfect.
But the times he was caught inside, those are when he had to go inside because it was too cold.
Yeah. Okay. Or alternatively, too hot.
Yeah, one or the other.
Nah,
Or both at the same time.
his game isn't on point when it's snowing.
Perfect.
Anyway, I don't know where this is. This
Yeah.
is going to a very weird place. So I think we should go to the next story.
Sure, that works with me. I just felt like I had to start with that one.
Yeah, that's a quality starter.
This one, we're going to keep it going here. Naked Montana man allegedly punched cop in face and tried to steal patrol car. Now, does
Yes.
this seem like something a Floridian would do?
This seems like a Florida thing,
But it's Montana.
but a Montana thing. Yeah, I can definitely get on board with that. Anyway,
Randy Wayne Riley, age 18.
of course he would have Randy and Wayne in his name. Those are like two of the most white trashiest names on the planet. I mean,
Are they?
Randy and Wayne? Like, am I wrong about this? Big boy. Randy and Wayne are two of the trashiest white guy names out there.
It depends on what you Those are like old school trashy.
Okay. New school trashy is like
Caden, Aiden,
Grayson.
Grayson.
Yeah. Anything with Aiden. in
Yeah,
it. Caden, Aiden, Jaden.
I think it's all of them.
That's the trifecta of new white trash. But this guy's 18. He's a crossover.
Randy Wayne Riley, witnessed walking down the street topless at about 1:30, shouting at traffic, as you do. A neighbor called to complain about this half-naked 18-year-old who had damaged a Honda Civic car by tipping a motorcycle onto it. The neighbor then tried to confront him but retreated after Riley allegedly charged him. He caused like $3,000 in damages to the homeowner's front porch, breaking a light fixture and a planter. So then the cops show up on the scene.
Yeah.
One officer attempted to approach Riley. The suspect charged, which seems to be the standard.
His MO.
Yeah.
Charging.
Who charged him? He was forced to draw a stun gun. It was then that Riley tried to enter the patrol car in an apparent attempt to steal it.
So what are we thinking? Meth? PCP?
I think it's just probably liquor.
Hang on, there's
Maybe.
more. There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
Okay.
So then the officer gets more hands-on to try to stop the hijacking. So then he starts running. They pursue him. He stops in the middle of the road, turns around, took off the rest of his clothes, and then runs directly toward the patrol vehicle. They force him onto the ground and into handcuffs. Riley was hit in the back with an electric charge from one officer's stun gun. He continued to ignore commands, and he briefly got onto the hood of the car.
Oof.
And at one point also managed to climb onto the patrol car's roof. It was during
Wow.
the scuffle while being arrested that he punched one officer in the face, and he was sent to a clinic for medical examination.
I should think so. Also,
It's a wild ride of a story.
this would have been an awesome episode of Live PD.
What is Life PD?
It's Police Department Live.
Yeah. It's basically
Is it like, is it just a show or is it like a different
Yeah, it's a
thing?
show.
Oh,
a show.
What I like about Live PD is that none of it's live. Ever.
No, it's not. But you can't be live broadcasting a police chase. Like, what if some guy comes out, firing with his AK-47?
That's what the news does.
They just hold it.
okay,
They just
yeah,
delay it
okay.
like 5 seconds and then edit stuff out as needed.
I mean, the FCC didn't catch the nipple, so would they catch?
An AK-47?
Yeah,
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But can I also say, it's so. What is with people describing guys as topless? It's that's such a weird way to describe a guy wearing no shirt.
Would you prefer shirtless?
Yeah, I would.
Why does topless bother you?
It's just a weird way to
See,
describe
one
how
thing
a guy.
topless is usually used like in a sexual manner.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Yes,
look
it
at
is.
that topless woman.
Yeah. But,
Ooh, objectification. I can say that word.
but describing a man as topless, just
As he charged at...
as he charged topless at the officer, it makes him sound like a girl on spring break who had too many shots of vodka.
Can I just say your analogies are always widely varying on what I'm expecting? I almost can never guess where they're going, but generally speaking, they're accurate to a point.
Thank you. That's the goal. I like to, I like to keep you guys on your toes with my slightly ridiculous analogies.
It works.
Uh,
Fully tiptoe.
I'm impressed that this guy, was he being stunned when he climbed on top of the police car?
See, that's really what I don't understand. Based
crazy.
on what's provided in the article, it sounds like he's been handcuffed already when he makes it on top of the car. Basically, I don't think they wrote it down chronologically, and so
Okay.
I can't get any more. But it sounds at one point or another during this transgression, he was hit with a stun gun. He got handcuffed. He climbed onto the hood of the car, and then also reported to climb on top of the roof. He also, at some point, punched a cop.
That's insane. That's either as Big Boy said, a wild night at the bar or a serious meth problem.
Why not both?
Well, he's 18, so,
Bar's unlikely.
The fact that he's 18 is also interesting.
That is a
He's
good point.
younger than us.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but now that you bring it up, that is
This seems like an angry middle-aged man thing to do, but he is younger than us.
yeah.
It just seems like people that are 18 but younger than us always seem older than us.
Yeah.
Like,
I would never do something that
I
stupid.
mean, look at us. We look like we're like a bunch of 14-year-olds.
we look like a bunch of middle schoolers.
Not necessarily an inaccurate sentiment.
I am offended.
I should be, but you know what?
I think I might leave. No, I'm kidding.
Fruit basket. Kumquat.
Aquarius.
But also, he's 18. Initially, this started. He tips a motorcycle into a Honda Civic of all cars.
Why would you do something like that to a Honda Civic? It's just wrong.
Also, the motorcycle. They don't even talk about what happened to the motorcycle, because if you're tipping a motorcycle into a vehicle, most likely that. But that also, to me, who keeps both a motorcycle and a Honda Civic outside for them to be?
Maybe he moved the motorcycle so he could tip it onto the Honda Civic.
What a metal decision. Just got him.
He also sounds like the type of guy who would have a cigarette tucked behind his ear. Randy Wayne Riley.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
And then he also does 3,000 damage worth to the homeowner's front porch.
Woo!
Breaking out.
That's an expensive front porch. I
Yeah.
have to say.
It specifically says on the homeowner's front porch. I'm also curious if, again, they don't really describe this well enough, but like, is that including vehicle damages in there as well? But they're just specifying front porch because they only specify they broke a light fixture and a planter.
It's an expensive light fixture.
Oh my God, you broke my light fixture and planter. The planter was like $20, so what's the big deal? The light fixture is
$2,800.
Who would anybody pay for that?
Who would pay that much for a light fixture?
If a light fixture costed that much, what would it have to look like for you to buy it? Would it have to be the sun? Or is that underselling the sun?
It'd have to be the world's greatest UV light.
UV, specifically UV?
Infrared. Yeah. Also, can I say, why would you pay? We're making a lot of assumptions here, but who would pay $2,800 for something a 7-year-old can break with a rock?
This man, but I definitely don't think a light fixture costs that much.
There's no way. There's absolutely.
But
no
also,
way.
seriously though, it doesn't sound like he has anything with him to do damage with. So
His fist.
Yeah, just let me punch this front porch until it takes $3,000 worth of damage.
Dude, he beat the crap out of that
This
front
guy
porch.
is basically a legend.
He throttled that front porch.
I would almost feel like this is a fake story, but like
It's
there's also too much information for it to be.
And Newsweek reported it, so.
Yeah.
It has to be true.
Yes. All right.
This was yesterday at 4 a.m.
Sounds like the perfect time for something like that to happen.
Actually, no, it was this morning. I guess now technically, yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But
Right. All right.
Naked Montana Man,
Nice.
Randy Wayne Riley.
Age
Age 18.
He want to say Marsh,
Why?
like Randy Marsh
Oh
from
yeah,
South
okay.
Park.
I didn't know where you were putting the marsh in there, and I was like, I just feel like saying marsh right now.
Marsh. All right. What's
Next
next?
one. DoorDash driver arrested after chaos erupts over Cheesecake Factory free cheesecake deal. So DoorDash is like a service that
Okay.
brings food like to your
Okay,
house
I
or
was
whatever.
gonna
You can
ask.
order it. So chaos broke out over a nationwide Cheesecake Factory promotion in Virginia. This is
Wait.
in Arlington, Virginia.
How can you have a nationwide promotion in Virginia?
I don't really know. I'm just reading what it
Is
says.
the promotion only in Virginia? That's not okay, I'm sorry.
It's irrelevant.
Please go. Yeah.
So, due to severe delays, as well as a number of parking issues outside the restaurant, a crowd of DoorDash drivers grew restless and scuffles broke out. When police responded to the location, they asked the drivers to leave. One of them refuses to. Video taken inside the restaurant by a DoorDash driver shows police pinning a man to the ground and putting him in handcuffs. He's expected to be discharged with disorderly conduct. But the biggest point about this is that the Cheesecake Factory teamed up with the delivery service to celebrate 40 years in business by giving away 40,000 slices of cheesecake. 40,000 slices of cheesecake.
It's a lot
It
of cheesecake.
And these drivers just like waiting for it just started a scuffle. Like, what?
And
You're getting paid just to deliver cheesecake.
Yeah, why are they fighting when they're delivering the cheesecake? Were they just going to hoard it all for themselves and chow down?
Again, I feel like these articles are very lacking in for information, but that's where we get to imagine what happens.
Yeah. I expect like the New York Times to send someone to Arlington, Virginia, to do a massive investigation on what was going on here.
On the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
What caused these?
Yeah, exactly.
See, I have a pretty good guess as to why they
Cheesecake
started
is
fighting.
good.
Yeah, it is. Where's the nearest
Because
Cheesecake Factory?
these were like the drivers coming to pick the stuff up, right?
Yeah.
And deliver it.
The DoorDash drivers, yeah.
Yes, I'm guessing like
So they're not employed by. the
yeah.
Cheesecake
My
Factory.
best guess is that the later that their product that they're supposed to deliver arrives to its destination, the less they're paid.
That's fair.
Into like just fighting over who has less like late fees on the delivery.
That's true. But also, like, couldn't you just? I guess no, they couldn't probably pin it on them not even getting the cheesecake in the first place. Like, they're responsible.
Fruit basket. Where's the nearest Cheesecake Factory?
I can look that up.
You
But
should.
do you like cheesecake?
I love cheesecake.
What's your favorite kind?
I don't really have a favorite kind. I will literally eat any kind of cheesecake.
Blueberry cheesecake.
All cheesecake is good.
Do you prefer like fruit cheesecakes?
I prefer chocolate cheesecake.
That's my preference too.
Chocolate is pretty good. Not a big chocolate guy, but
Minnetonka,
okay.
Edina again, and West Des Moines.
We can go to Edina, we can go to Dave & Buster's, and then go to dessert at Cheesecake Factory.
All right, this one opens
That's-
at 11 again too. So
That's an expensive outing.
Yeah.
don't
Still
think about
been-
the gas.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, man.
Gas is non-existent.
Yeah, we're walking.
I reject that reality.
I reject the premise of gas. I
And replace it with
power
my
my car
own.
with my hopes and dreams.
I'm lacking in that. So
Yeah. Fine. I power my car with my
crippling depression.
with my crippling depression and anxiety and anguish.
College, everybody.
Guys, I have to tell you something. I've never actually been to Cheesecake Factory.
Neither have I. I was
Okay.
gonna go like 3 times, like last or like over the summer. Never got around to doing
Never
it.
There's no point in going to a cheesecake factory.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
You
Don't
can
they
get
serve
it-
Are
real-
you against
you
that?
can get
Cheesecake.
You can get better cheesecake cheaper from elsewhere.
You take that back. No, that's totally fair.
Costco.
It's like you don't need. If you go to Cheesecake Factory, you're gonna have like 3 pages of different salads you can get.
That's true.
Doesn't
But
Cheesecake
hang on.
Factory serve real food?
No,
I thought
Don't
they
they?
did.
I thought they
they
did.
serve real food, but it's like not real food.
It's just
Wha-
cheesecake food.
What's real food?
cheesecake?
We're talking about like Applebee's kind of food here.
Who goes
I
to
s-
eat at Applebee's?
Applebee's is real food.
Yeah, I agree. But also, who goes to eat at Applebee's
It's pretty. Applebee's is expensive.
See, my
for like
fam-
not that good quality?
See,
Their
my-
lemonade is really good.
Yes, it is. My family used to
Just go
but
there like I'm gonna need 300 lemonades.
See, my family used to go there because my brother was like obsessed with the place, and that's the only place he would like let us eat out without throwing a massive fit.
What a little bastard.
Yeah, and then we stopped going because it got the reputation for being the racist Applebee's.
How does one develop the?
Well, it's not even the fault of the management or like any of the staff there. It's because
Certain incidents occurred.
yeah, a customer overheard a woman speaking I believe Arabic. I can't remember.
Sounds about right.
Or it's either probably
Middle
Oh,
Eastern language.
yeah, Middle Eastern language, and went up to her and started screaming and throwing things at her, saying that she had to speak English since she was in America.
Ooh,
I
Ooh.
hate those people.
So we have not been there since.
and that became the restaurant is racist for this man's
Woman.
Woman.
Oh, wait, I thought you were saying a woman was speaking in a different
Yes,
language,
and then
right?
another
that-
woman.
Oh, okay. Okay. Lovely.
See, I feel like men only really yell at men to speak English.
Speak
This
English.
This is not true.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just
See, it
joking.
seems like whenever you hear those kind of stories, it's always to like mothers that they're yelling at
At a grocery store.
at a grocery
Pretty much
store.
always at a
Have
grocery
you
store.
experienced?
I've never, I'm into like non-diverse of groceries to
That's fair.
experience that. I don't.
If you ever do, I want to hear about this.
If I do, I'll probably throw a steak at who's ever doing the screaming.
When you said steak, I wasn't thinking food steak. I was thinking like I'm gonna kill a vampire steak.
Oh my!
I was like, oh, that seems a little
How
violent.
extreme.
Yeah.
Seems a little kick ass.
But anyway, we're gonna roll up to Applebee's with an empty oil tanker and be like, "Yeah,
Lemonade me.
we're gonna need
No
to-"
context.
The phrase "lemonade" me like is a very strange phrase, but we're just gonna attach a giant hose from their lemonade geyser to our truck and just
See,
pump it.
now
That's
out.
what your car runs on, not gas.
Lemonade, specifically Applebee's lemonade.
And it's because you drink it and then you Fred Flintstone you Flintstones the car.
I love it.
Perfect. But also, okay, so this is really like random to bring up now. Are you a Costco person? You said Costco. Or are you
Dude.
Sam's Club?
Costco's cheesecake is literally the greatest thing of all time.
Okay, but you go to Costco, right?
I don't.
I've never gone to Costco. See, I've been to Sam's Club, which
I
is like
do
the same thing.
I don't go to Costco per se. My mom does.
Have you ever been to Sam's Club?
No,
Okay,
I've been to Costco like once.
gotcha.
It's crazy.
Warehouse stores are amazing,
Yes.
They
but
could-
also like a little terrifying because there's like the just sheer quantity of like shit that's in there, and you also can't buy anything modestly like sized because they're like, here, have like 8 of these things that you're buying.
I distinctly remember looking up at a giant pallet of candy and being like, "I will die if that candy falls on top of me."
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Because it's floor to ceiling basically.
death
Well,
by
not really.
candy. That would be ironic for a person like me.
Hey, we could talk about that on here. I have a warehouse incident that we're talking about later.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Although it's not like fun like candy. But it's interesting.
Okay. I look forward to it. What's next?
What's next? I think I could probably just talk about
Oops.
the warehouse because we're there.
Oh, you just shoved. Good job.
I'm sorry, it was an accident. Give me a pen.
While they're doing that, I shall talk to you about this warehouse incident. So I don't know if either of you two have heard about this one. Have you guys heard about the Amazon incident?
I knew this is exactly what store it was.
Oh.
I read this like
An
an
incident
hour
in
ago.
an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You go for it. Explain.
I don't know the full story, but I remember from the headline. Was it 12 workers were injured because a robot released bear spray into their general vicinity?
24.
2 dozen
24.
workers were treated at 5 local hospitals. 1 was in critical condition, while 30 additional workers were treated at the scene. There was quite a few people involved in this.
Can you imagine if you died from that at your funeral or in your
He
obituary?
died.
It's like, Jeffrey died in December 2018 after a can of bear spray fell at an Amazon warehouse and ended his life.
And it's from like an automated machine accidentally punctured a 9-ounce bear repellent can. And it did that much.
How? What's in that? Like, how powerful is that stuff?
See, it's full. That's what it's
Releasing
usually-
concentrated capsaicin.
Yeah, because like.
Do you know what that's used in?
I'm
It's like the major proponent in pepper spray.
okay. Oh,
But it's,
yeah.
like, it's
okay.
like what makes peppers spicy, and like you have these really really hot peppers, you know.
Yeah.
The thing is
Ghost
that
peppers.
these industrial ones that often are used for hot sauces
Okay.
and
Yeah.
in kitchens are 10 times as strong, or even like 100 times as strong as the stuff you can get from even the world's hottest peppers.
Scoville
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this
Yep.
stuff will ruin your life
Oh,
if
man.
if you got it concentrated enough, which some of these people did.
That's how close were they? Do we know?
No, they don't specify that. But
Oh man, that sucks.
I wouldn't. You'd have to be like within a certain proximity, but
Right.
that also seems. It also has to be just like thinking about it. It's a warehouse, so you shouldn't have that many people that close together unless they were like unloading something.
Yeah, but if if you were like super close to it, how bad would you be messed up? Die.
I mean, your lungs would be seriously irritated.
Yeah, well, okay, so another thing is that the fire department that came in to help with this, a lot of them have come away feeling like sick because of the fumes left.
That's insane.
Not like horribly like sick or anything, but just like they don't feel the greatest or whatever.
Yeah. So not like, we're just fighting fires at Chernobyl, but we don't
Yeah.
we don't feel too great right now.
Yeah, more like
Like I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory right now because my stomach hurts.
yeah. Maybe Dave and Buster's though.
All right. Yeah, playing some games will make them feel better.
And then they can go. You just have to change the order rather than get food first.
Well, you can get food Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you gonna pass up Cheesecake Factory?
well, if you don't
Wait, are we still going to Cheesecake Factory or are we going
Yeah.
to Costco now?
No, we're still going to Cheesecake Factory. But
Okay.
see, at Dave and Buster's, if you don't have the card, you have to get a meal to get the card.
That's true.
I know it's rigged.
It's rigged.
Yes.
Their business plan / strategy is rigged.
Yeah.
I believe that's the intended.
I also can confirm that you can go into the kitchen at Dave and Buster's to refill your drink, and they don't really care.
Well, like they're all laid out the
Have
same.
you tried this?
I have not tried it, but I've witnessed it being successfully done.
I mean,
Many times?
Once 3 employees said hi to him while he was filling up his drink.
That's good.
it's not particularly hard since depending on where you're seated, you can see it right there.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But where was this Amazon warehouse?
Oh shoot, I am dumb. I just closed it.
Fruit basket.
We need to stop asking Fruit Basket so many questions.
Sorry, fruit basket.
That's okay. Oh my gosh. Robbinsville Township.
Where's that?
New
I said New
Jersey.
Jersey. New Jersey.
I should have knew that because I knew that this one was.
Yeah.
I literally told you earlier
Good.
that there was.
Okay, I'm happy because we got a New Jersey story in here. All right. Should we go on?
Yeah, but there was like 80 people injured by this bear
Ooh.
spray.
Dang.
I don't know if injured. Whenever I think of injured, I think like physically like maimed or something.
Okay. I have a question. If this stuff is so powerful, if you ever actually had to use it on a bear, wouldn't it mess you up from just being in the proximity? of
Well, there's a
spraying it?
difference
Well,
between puncturing a can and
Oh,
releasing
okay.
it
Yeah.
controlled.
Oh, yeah.
See, this thing probably exploded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which causes more problems.
I should say so.
They don't specify any like shrapnel, but I wonder if anybody
Woo.
has had like shrapnel problems or.
Yeah, because I suppose if it hit the ground from a height, it just like poof. Or should I say?
Imagine the robot.
Should I say? That robot probably felt so bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Next story.
Yes.
Sheriff says man pulls gun on Popeye's worker in the condiments clash. Do you have any? Do you have a guess about what's transpiring here?
Honey mustard v ketchup.
Will he not give him enough of the condiment he wishes?
Oh.
This 59-year-old.
Oh, is he making him pay for the condiment he wants?
I'll read to you now.
Okay.
59-year-old Earl Jethro of Marrero walked into.
Wait. This has got to be like a South Carolina story. Georgia. South Carolina. That's my guess.
Is that your guess? Is that accurate? It's right there. Louisiana.
Oh. Yeah, I should have known. This is a very
Earl
Yeah.
Jethro of Marrero, Louisiana, walked into the eatery Friday. This is Popeyes. Ordered a meal and apparently took issue with the condiments provided by employees. At some point, the arrest report says he threw his chicken across the counter, pulled a pistol from his waistband, only classy people do that, and pointed it at the manager. He didn't fire the weapon and no one was hurt. The police found him later at another restaurant yelling. They said he smelled of alcohol and was unsteady on his feet.
So he was mad that what condiment did he want?
I really wish they specified, but they don't.
Horseradish.
Okay, let's profile people based on their condiment choices.
Well, there's no picture of him, which makes
Yeah,
it
I know,
hard.
but based on the condiments,
Okay.
what condiment would you be most angry if you didn't receive? Ketchup is a sort of hit or miss. Like, you get it or you don't sometimes,
Honey
right?
mustard.
Honey mustard? If you
Yeah.
didn't get honey mustard, you would draw your waistband pistol
Yeah.
at Popeyes.
Hey, okay. At least this guy didn't shoot himself in the groin
That's good. And he wasn't in a meat department.
at a Walmart.
I mean, he was in a kind of meat department, honestly.
That's true. My favorite part about this, though, is that he didn't just, like, draw his pistol. He throws his chicken back at them.
He had to distract them.
They won't see me.
This is probably one of those sketchy small-town Popeyes where they have a shotgun underneath the counter. That's a thing in the South, right?
Marrero? You think Marrero?
Marrero. Herrera.
Jethro.
Tull.
Earl Jethro of Marrero.
Earl Jethro Tull. He wrote Locomotive Breath.
What?
It's the song about... Have you ever heard of the band Jethro Tull?
No.
Okay, they wrote this song called Locomotive Breath.
It's the best song.
Yeah, I would say so. It's...
And is it Locomotive Breath or Aqualung that got him the Grammy for best heavy metal like record of the year?
I think it's Aqualung.
I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting them to be a heavy metal band.
They're not a metal band.
They're technically what you call them, a new age Baroque band.
Most people now put them in the classification of prog rock.
Yeah,
It's well,
but they're
Progressive.
very very much based upon Baroque music.
yeah. Well, their music did change, but yeah.
It's not heavy metal,
No.
but they received a reward for it.
like yeah. Who did they beat out in that year?
Metallica.
Did they? Okay, I thought I remember
And
that.
that's what caused Jethro Tull to later, I believe the New York Times put out an ad that said, "The flute is a heavy metal instrument."
Okay, look it up. Fruit Basket.
All right. What exactly am I looking up?
What song did Jethro Tull win a Grammy for?
What
I
song
guess.
did Jethro Tull? How do you spell it? Jethro Tull. There it is. Win a Grammy for best hard rock performance. Do. Wow,
There it
of
is.
course.
Go to that one.
This one.
No, the one below it.
This is great quality content right here.
Was it 1989?
Okay, it was apparently not for. I found it.
Okay, good.
It was.
I don't know what
it
I'm
was
looking for.
I believe this is pronounced "Crest of Knave."
Christopher Nave.
"Crest of Knave" by Jethro Tull.
Never heard of it. What song do they beat out from Metallica?
So they beat out. "And Justice for All."
Oh, is this for album?
Yeah, this is for albums.
What?
So they also beat out "Blow Up Your Video" by AC/DC, "Cold Metal" by Iggy Pop. What else? "Nothing's Shocking" by Jane's Addiction, and there's one that's all of them. So they beat out some very prominent bands.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from reading this, and would also explain why I couldn't find it.
And like everyone was booing.
Pretty much, I would assume.
I'm reading the Wikipedia article over Big Boy's shoulder, and the award was presented by Alice Cooper and Lita Ford. And apparently, Lita Ford started laughing, and Alice Cooper was very sad.
It's not surprising.
It's not even like Jethro Tull wanted the award either.
Yeah, well, it doesn't even make sense. I'm like,
Here's your heavy metal award for your sort of maybe hard rock.
Never, yeah. Anyway, back to since the time is flying by. Have either of you guys been to a Popeyes? Are there any
At an airport?
Where?
I think it was a Popeyes. Shoot, now you're making me doubt.
Where was it?
The Minneapolis airport.
No.
Wait. It could have been when we were. I don't remember. One time when I went to DC, we stopped somewhere, and
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I ate at a Popeyes.
It seems like a deep south thing.
I could be
honest.
totally wrong.
We have
'cause there's-
one really close nearby where I live in the suburbs of Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
In Coon Rapids.
What? I didn't know that.
It's right by
I'm
Target.
gonna confirm
Why?
or deny. No, it doesn't look like there's one.
Hmm.
Okay, so
It's
it
not
must have
aware.
been. It must have been at near Washington D.C.
Guys, we might be making this a couple days of a road trip. We're gonna have to go stop at Popeyes too.
So,
We can
so
sleep.
what do we have on this?
But there's
road
one
trip?
there's one near Edina, so we can just after we play our game,
Oh,
we
man.
can go
Dave and Buster's Cheesecake Factory and
Popeyes.
Popeyes. That is gonna be a fairly
expensive trip.
not to mention a nauseating.
Also, we have to we have
mention-
to stop at an Applebee's and pick up some lemonade.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nauseating and possibly gaseous car ride back.
See, this is the exact opposite of what I need right now because like I went to a specialist today, and essentially what they told me in a very subtle language is to stop being such a fat ass.
They called you big boy.
Pretty much.
But much more aggressively.
Oh.
Or I guess probably not aggressively because they're doctors.
It's like
or
it's like
specialists.
seeing with your family history of heart disease and obesity. Stop
Oof.
So,
That's a fair point to make,
Stop
though.
eating.
It does matter.
like, I'm gonna need
Your
to
health is important.
I'm gonna need to eat you to eat a bag of arugula every day.
What is arugula?
It's like leaves, basically.
I really
mean,
should have guessed that.
I
based
work
on-
with produce, and that's basically what it is.
How's the romaine?
The romaine is making its way back in.
Is it already?
Yeah,
How long has it been? I guess like a week.
it started right before Thanksgiving. It's been
okay.
at least 2 weeks.
Oh, all right.
Some guy grabbed a bag of shredded iceberg today and asked me if it was safe. I was like,
Pretty sure icebergs.
homie,
Okay.
let's let us the Titanic hit, yo. It's safe.
All of the iceberg lettuce is from that specific.
From the iceberg that the Titanic hit. Shows how bigly it was. Okay,
new
what's our next story?
conspiracy theory. All right. Utah man accused of hammering ice pick through man's penis.
No! No!
He's been charged with
No.
sexual assault and kidnapping after authorities say he hammered a tool resembling an ice pick through another man's penis during an argument.
Oh.
45-year-old Jason D. Mon. Again, these names are always just ridiculous.
Jason D-Man.
Yeah,
D-Man.
pretty much.
Proceed.
He was also accused of putting a gun to the victim's head and handcuffing him to a chair. He was given a choice of being killed in the victim told the police he was given a choice of being killed in the desert or having a nail driven into his dick.
Oh!
Is this FCC friendly?
I don't know. I
Is this an episode of Criminal Minds?
probably
Oh.
Salt Lake City, everybody.
Oh! Oh.
Are you struggling with the concept of this?
Yeah.
This
I feel some weird vibrations down there.
it's a pretty fucked up story, really.
This is so messed up. Like, oh,
But
I don't even.
It's one of the reason I specifically grabbed it is because it seems like exactly like you said, something that would only happen on a Criminal Minds. It would be one of those yeah, right, that would ever happen.
Okay, literally, I've said that about literally the plot of every single Criminal Minds episode past season 6.
It's right, this would ever conceivably occur.
Right, this guy is drowning people in a big tanker of gasoline, and then he gets high off it. That totally makes sense as a plot for this episode.
It happened, I swear.
I saw it in my dreams one night.
Unfortunately, though, this one was a real occurrence. If article is to be believed.
Oh, that is. I'd hate to be that. I hate to be
victim.
the victim. Oh man, that's.
For multiple reasons.
one big one.
Being threatened.
Well, I guess one. I guess it's a small one now, if depending on how you look at it.
This is true.
But ow, I wonder how big the nail was.
We don't need to discuss that part of
Yeah.
it. He says he went to the hospital the next day for treatment after he took the handcuffs off. So the dude's probably pretty chill, but
Why'd the guy take the handcuffs off?
because that was he was either gonna get killed in the desert or have get picked.
It's so. So the thought of Jason D. Man was
Demon.
Demon. I'm sorry. I either kill this guy and possibly get away with it, or I pound a nail into his nether regions and I let him go, and he goes to the police, and I get caught. But I mean, I guess he'll probably get out of jail.
Okay, if those were the two options that he gave the man, clearly something's not there in the first place.
Yeah, he'll probably get out of jail before he dies. So, I mean, good for him, and really bad for
But also,
Us.
we're talking about being the victim. How much? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be the person who performs that act?
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean,
depraved.
okay, I shouldn't say that because if you're like making these threats, something's seriously wrong with you in the first place.
That is very depraved. Anyway, let's move on to something.
Would you like to talk about a certain song that's been making waves in the radio industry as of late?
Yeah, we're pushing towards 1 o'clock, so yeah, we should probably get on to something more.
So
That was pretty serious, but
well, yeah.
Actually, I'm just because I got distracted when we were looking at the gram. I'm just tossing my own quick little tangent, and I'm just gonna randomly congratulate Jimmy Sturr for winning best polka artist or best polka album 16 times out of 22 years it was presented.
That's impressive.
it's impressive.
Was he an accordion player?
Probably.
Also,
He better be.
who listens to polka?
Polka
Polka
dancers?
My grandparents.
Yeah, okay.
Though at least my grandfather came from the old country.
I see. So, when all the old people now die, will polka die, or will people or will like people who don't like polka now, the minute they become grandparents, will they start liking polka also?
Why not?
I feel like that might be how it works, which is also stupid. But who might have
What
to argue with the laws
What
of
if there
polka?
becomes a new polka, essentially?
Like a polka hard rock crossover?
Would you listen to it?
That
This is
sounds horrible.
This is already a thing.
Of course it is.
It's called the Dreadnoughts. It's quite good, actually.
I find that like slightly hard to believe. But you know what? What do I know?
Probably the song "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Okay.
Do you know about like the whole like controversy over it and how it's being like banned on a whole lot of radio stations and stuff?
You briefly mentioned it to me, but I don't.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this, big boy?
I know plenty about this.
It's just it's a pretty interesting like claims made against the song, which in my opinion are pretty like inaccurate based on the time period in which the song was written and stuff.
Also, like, that's just with the controversy going around, you just have to like assume the person's like they're just assuming the person's wrongdoing. But it's like, why would you publicly write a song about the things that it's being accused of?
Exactly.
It's just, I'm gonna sing a song about sexually assaulting a woman, and I'm gonna make millions of dollars.
And it will be played every Christmas for years to
Wait.
come.
What did he write? When did he write this song?
I will pull that for you.
Oh wait, I see it.
Oh, it is there? Okay.
1944, which
Boom.
makes a lot of sense. But would you like to further explain?
Yeah,
about this?
so basically, like, the gist of this song is people are taking it as if she's trying to get out of the situation that she does not wish to be there,
Okay.
when really she wants to be there, but she doesn't want to because of how people will view her. Like, that was sort of the thing in the time period.
Okay.
Like, women being judged because they don't have very much, like, at the time, you don't have very much, like, I don't know, control, or not control, but,
They
like,
don't want to be seen as floozies.
there you go.
Hmm.
And that's
Alright.
why, like, the neighbors are brought up and what will people say, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh.
It's not actually like she has any issue with being there, but she shouldn't because she doesn't want to be seen in, like, a bad light.
I feel like there's more to this controversy than that.
Well, that's like what the intended meaning was, but
See,
like
and
people
then-
nowadays are taking it as like that she's being sexually assaulted.
See, then
Yeah.
the big new one I've seen this year is people clamming over the line, "Hey, what's in this drink?"
Oh yes, that's right. When
Oh, man.
that I actually, speaking of that, there's specific that was actually like a common way to like play it off in a sense back then. Like
Or it just like, "Ooh, there's liquor in this drink."
when in reality there was often minimal amounts of it, like not even like noticeable
It's just like, oh, you poured like
water.
a thimble full of peppermint schnapps in this hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'll just say that I'm not a fan of Christmas music.
No, I'm really not a fan of this song.
It's a horrible song.
It's literally just a conversation.
Can I say it's a really awkward song when it comes on the radio.
Yeah.
That Santa Baby where it's sung
I hate that song.
in the really nasally performance, and then the Jingle Bells when it's dogs.
Oh.
What about Jingle Cats though? What are your opinion?
I've not heard Jingle Cats.
Meow 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 meow.
They're fantastic.
We're gonna get copyright claimed if you do that on YouTube.
Fine.
They're honestly, everybody should go look up Jingle Cats, and there's a lot of it's fantastic. I say that fantastic with air quotes. I find it funny, but it's also really annoying at the same time.
As it comes to Christmas music, I have to say that all like the oldies that they play for Christmas music that was written in the 1950s, like.
And you've heard them probably over a couple hundred times.
This freaking sucks. I don't want to listen to this. This guy is trash.
I'm gonna have to defend Bing Crosby here.
All
like
right.
I generally enjoy that album. That's like some of the few Christmas songs I legitimately enjoy instead of just it being like, oh, this is Christmas music.
Yeah.
So you have the entire Bing Crosby Christmas album. Then you have the few Trans-Siberian Orchestra songs, and then you have the Jackson 5 version of what is it? I Saw Mom Kissing Santa Claus.
Okay. See.
Really, you're a fan of that one?
Yeah.
I find that to be like almost in the Santa Baby, just like. Anyway,
I can get on board with Christmas songs done by like rockers, like artists who I like Bruce Springsteen's "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." Absolute banger.
I forgot about that one.
Love that song. It was like my favorite Christmas song.
One thing is having a fun time. Yeah. You can hear it.
Hey, he and Clarence, they're having a banging time. But that came on today at Willie's when I was at work, and you know what?
You broke into song and dance.
Yeah, I shimmied for sure.
I can't see your long, slender body shimmying properly.
I don't. Yeah. No, and then after that, I'm pretty sure Santa Baby came on, and I threw a rotten tomato at the wall. I didn't actually do that because that would be really nasty to clean up.
You'd be the one to clean it up.
Okay. Speaking of things that are nasty at work, I was unboxing bananas today, and I found a rotten banana, right? So I went to go take it, pinch it off at the top from the rest of the bunch, and it just, fell apart, in half.
Nice.
And I dry heaved, 11 times, and then I extricated it from the box.
That's a good description right there. You can visualize.
Thank you. Yeah. Which, the dry heaving or the extricating?
All of the above.
Good. It was so... Never mind. You don't want to hear that. I don't want to keep you up at night with the description of this.
I'm going to steer us back towards
it's Christmas music, or specifically being cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I can understand why some people would be.
Yes, I can definitely understand.
But I think
it's
I don't
personally I don't
in various
mind.
communities where there is safe spaces, but this is a public radio, and I think again you need to make yourself comfortable sometimes.
I think it's okay to say that you're not airing it for specific reasons, but to just flat out in a sense say ban. The fact that the word ban is being used for it, I think that escalates it to a different level.
You can just say it's we're not playing this because it makes certain various listeners uncomfortable.
It may promote the wrong ideas in the current society, etc.
In our current social climate.
Yeah.
Once things calm down a bit.
I think that would be good, but to basically just saying that it it's misinforming, and I'm in no way I don't like the song, and I don't mind it not being on the radio. Honestly, I think it's better that it's not. But the way that it's been going, the way that people have gone about it is...
Yeah, don't catch her in the riot.
Yeah. And there's varying opinions, but there's people on all sides, as with every,
Oh, yeah.
issue.
Something that's, not worth getting super heated about, considering other issues that we personally need to deal with,
Yeah.
It's not worth everyone getting there. I don't think it's worth getting your,
Undies in a twist.
Undies in a twist over a song that gets played 4 weeks out of the year.
Those are a long 4 weeks, all right? When you have to hear that song more than, once or
Dude,
twice a day.
I swear, the Christmas season is like, not saying I don't like it because, presents, no school, but
You get to see relatives and stuff.
well, yeah.
Sometimes a benefit.
But seriously, those are like weeks of absolute brutality.
I would agree.
Like
Also,
they're so long.
You don't even
Finals.
get a full 4 weeks anymore of Christmas. I'm just saying that I remember when I was a kid, you could listen to Christmas music all the way through like the first week of July, and now I've noticed every single radio station I've been paying attention
Of
to
July?
sorry, January.
okay.
I don't know my
Okay.
months.
Oh man.
To the
I was about to have a coronary.
but you can but now I've like specifically like have a radio turned on Christmas nights, because as soon as it's December 26th, no more Christmas music.
Okay,
Well, I think that's because so many people complain because there's literally no new Christmas music made. It's literally just covers. No one writes new songs, and if they do, people are like, garbage.
okay,
Give
but
me the old stuff.
a lot of stations play Christmas music right after Thanksgiving, and also some stations,
This is
like
true.
a very few select stations, Christian rock stations, play it until like a couple days into January. But
I think it varies. Right.
again, don't like Christmas music. Don't really make an effort to listen to it, so it doesn't bother me. I digress.
That's fair. You want some horoscopes?
I would love some horoscopes.
The week of December 4th. Onion horoscope highlights. What are we starting with? This is like one of my favorite parts because I don't read these ahead of time. I did the first week, but I like not knowing,
Let's
so I
go
just
in
get.
normal order.
Okay.
Gemini.
Gemini. May 21st to June 20th. Gemini.
Yep.
Okay. The stars realized that last week's prediction of increasingly lower temperatures may not have been that impressive, but this week's incubus invasion should make up for it. Hang on. I'm going to go grab last week's for reference here.
That definitely actually had nothing to do with what last week's was.
I was fairly confident in
See,
that as well.
last week was food.
Yeah, that's
last
what I
week was all
thought. I
about
was
food.
like, what?
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that horoscope.
Are you not a fan of incubuses?
No.
Do you know what an
not really.
incubus is?
I'm ambivalent about incubuses.
Explain for all the people out there.
I would rather you explain it.
Oh, man. Hang on. I got to say. So last week's was, you're no art expert, but you know what you like, which explains all the meatball sandwiches hanging on your
Okay.
walls.
That was a fun one.
Yeah,
Hence why we have meatball sandwiches on the walls in our dorm.
exactly. But you still won't hang your posters back up.
Okay. You're right. I have no excuse. I
Gotta make space for the meatball sandwiches.
said like 3 months ago, like tomorrow I'm gonna put these up.
Pretty much like at least twice a week.
I said it like 5 times a week. And then it finally stopped being humid where I could have hung my posters. And
Damn humidity.
did I do it? No,
No.
'cause I'm a bum.
But you can reject that reality and replace it with your own.
Yeah.
In which you did.
They will get back up at someday,
I believe you.
in theory. Okay, what's our next scope?
I believe Aries.
Aries?
March 21st to April 19th. Aries horoscope. Venus, the herald of love, passes into your sign this week, but it's so creepy in there that she only takes about 6 minutes to get out again.
Wait, what?
Venus, aka Roman Aphrodite, goddess of love, etc., passes into your sign this week, but it's so creepy in there that she only takes about 6 minutes to get out again.
Honestly, this is mood. This kind of hurts a little bit.
That's a low blow.
r/me IRL.
No, this is like this is
It's deeper than that?
It's to me IRL for me IRL.
Ah, okay.
See, this is even beyond me underscore IRL. Jack,
Censor.
You don't. Oh, I ruined your cover.
It's okay.
I mean,
All 2 listeners.
all
have
2 listeners.
on the
We're
shred.
gonna you're gonna bleep that out on the
I'll do
recording.
my
right?
best.
Do your best. Okay, but
I'll do one of the classics where they totally miss the word they're covering up, and it just comes like, I'll bleep it where you said you're gonna bleep that.
Dude, and anyone who's listening out there, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to murk you. So.
but let's say you do not
That's not true.
understand the nuances between me IRL, me underscore IRL, and to me IRL for me IRL.
Yeah.
Are you deep enough into the Reddit verse?
No. I literally was so bored in Cuban history one day that I went on. I found myself on Reddit. I don't know how. I don't remember what I did. I remember that I found it amusing.
That's Reddit right there. You just kind of you get there.
I don't want to get sucked in, you know. I've already gotten sucked into the world of streaming sports on Reddit, you know.
Don't need to go.
I feel if I
deeper.
go any farther, you'll find me dead in front of my computer with a bag of chips. In
Yeah,
my
that'll
hand.
be on the futon.
Speaking
Yeah, the
of
futon.
I have to add this in. Speaking of sucked in, learned.
Such a weird transition to phrase.
I learned recently this is sucked in is Australian slang.
Really?
It
Okay,
said- it
what
said-
isn't Australian slang?
I don't
though?
know, but specifically sucked in is essentially saying yoink.
Really?
What?
Yes.
All right,
Well,
guess I've got another new phrase to add to my lexicon.
Sucked
They're not
in.
here to fuck spiders. though.
Along with
That's another phrase.
also our drummer died.
Quality. This is where you pick up phrases.
Seriously, what is
like
up
you
with
listeners
Australian
out there
slang?
should pick up Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
There you go. I had
Hey,
to work
way
that
to,
one in
way to
for
make sure
you.
you worked it in. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. Good call.
I'm on top of this.
That's why you have the fruit basket.
All right. Do you want another one?
Yeah.
Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. They say that it's not how well the bear dances that's impressive, but that the bear can dance at all, which is kind of insulting considering the number of hours you spent teaching it. What would I be doing with my life if I did that?
I feel like this is referring to your programming.
That's fairly accurate.
I don't know.
No, that's accurate. Yeah, I made it work. I've made it work well, but it works. That's the most important part.
Yeah, the bear dances.
Also,
Bear dance.
Amazon.
And
Yeah. Bear spray. Roadhouse.
let's toss in a
Cancer out there?
Cancer.
Taurus.
Okay, but I gotta hit Cancer because I always
Okay.
suck at transitioning to it without making it sound
Hello,
terrible.
fellow cancer patients out there.
Yeah. Call back. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Just keep telling yourself it's going. Ugh. Let me restart that. Just keep telling yourself it's all going to be all right until you finally get through your head once and for all that you can't trust anything you say.
Yeah.
That's another mood right there.
This is
That
not
is-
my sign, but this literally is. This is nearly my sign and misses by a couple days. This literally is my life. Preach. Bless up.
You know who preaches? This isn't even a transition. I don't know. I was gonna
I do not know who Preach is.
say Cancer, but that doesn't make sense.
Okay. Anyway.
June 21st to July 22nd.
Let's talk about Cancer.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got your Roadhouse. You got my Cancer transition.
Hell yeah.
You tend to think of yourself as a big neurotic mess, but don't sell yourself short. You're also a big psychotic mess on top of it all.
Mood.
This is mood week.
Yeah.
These are all just call outs.
These are brutal.
Yeah.
But
I hope next week is clapbacks.
It's like, okay, so here's Libras, which is September 23rd to October 22nd. Your problem, if you're honest with yourself, isn't that you love too much. It's that you make love to people's mailboxes too frequently.
Brian M. Bates.
Yeah.
Oh. That would be painful. Splinters.
Know what? I'm gonna bring. Speaking of Brian M. Bates, know who's missing from this week?
Our Waffle House guy?
A Waffle House guy.
Does he finally have a name? No, wait,
No,
he had a
he
name.
doesn't.
That's
He's
right.
gone missing for a week.
I know.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. He has.
No, he was the 18-year-old. He got age reduction.
See, no, I don't agree with that.
No?
No, that's not his MO.
That's not canon.
That's okay.
No.
That's fair.
You
You tell me. Where is
last
he?
we saw him, he was in Toronto stealing a mannequin dressed in lingerie from that store.
Yeah.
The mannequin was in lingerie. He was not.
Yes, that is correct. He was wearing normal clothes. We do not know where Waffle House guy is. He's AWOL presently. Hopefully we will have some details on his whereabouts in our next show. For now, we just have to sit tight and pray.
See,
We
no,
do have our meat department guy. He resurfaced. He was okay. He was at the Popeyes.
Yes, he was. This time, he didn't shoot himself in the groin.
Good. He's learned from his mistakes.
Yes.
See, our radio audience will know about this. No one else will. Do you think Waffle House guy lore will challenge Dale lore?
Oh boy. Oof.
That's right. Waffle House guy is purely a radio exclusive at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we done messed up.
Oh boy. I don't know. Dale lore is extremely expansive, and we might have to explain it on this show at some point, but not this show.
Maybe it should just be like our Christmas special should just be.
The Legend of Dale.
It should just be talk about stuff.
Yeah,
Let's have like a 2-hour special.
I
can roll with that.
can get on board with that. I will be done with my finals at that point.
Yeah, that's what I gotta look into. I don't.
Yeah. I could get
It's
on board
like
with
2
that.
weeks away. I don't know when they are.
Yeah. We got time.
See,
Not really.
I'm not even at the point where I'm studying for finals. It's like,
Oh, no.
it's whatever.
I'm at the point where I'm like keep kicking stuff back that I need to do.
I'm at the point where every time I have to show up to class, I'm like a caveman.
All right. I think it's time for Hero of the Week.
All right, so this is another one you found.
Yes.
It's pretty.
Whack.
Yeah, man. I presume this man's name is Eric Schuler, but I'm not 100% because they don't like specify a name. That's just what I
Yeah.
infer from the text.
Right.
He's a 50-year-old man, and you may take it away.
All right. I would love to take it away. As reported by Minnesota's own Star Tribune. Hell yeah. A 50-year-old man blew off one of his hands while making explosives inside his home in Wisconsin. The incident occurred on Tuesday night on a property west of Cushing in Polk County. Deputies arrived at the house and confirmed information provided to dispatch that the man had blown his hand off. He also had burns elsewhere on his body. And so they're trying to figure out what the heck he was doing exactly.
Yeah, they don't like specify. Basically, like a bomb team goes in and they're like, yeah, those are like they're stable chemicals, but if you put them together, things go boom, such as Eric's hand.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
is great considering, which is why he's our hero of the week, because he was attempting to make explosives, but somehow still failed at protecting himself from losing an entire appendage.
He blew his hand off, but yet he didn't die. Like, I don't.
Legend.
How does that? Yeah. I feel like this guy's not really a hero. He's just a
Well,
complete idiot.
well,
but-
hero of the week, it was never like not
Yeah.
necessarily great things. It's just people doing stupid things.
Yeah. Very.
It's essentially a rebranded
just-
Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And also the FBI.
Where they don't have to die. They just
Yeah. The FBI is assisting.
bombs.
We are
kind
the
of-
database.
Oh
The greatest part is so their neighbor sees a lifelink helicopter, as in like,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
fallen and I can't get up.
Yes.
Responding.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up. Just lay there.
And also
Take a nap.
And also here, some of the first responders came out sick, sort of similar to,
Bear spray.
yeah,
Huh. Wonder what chemicals he's using.
bomb ones. Probably they won't reveal that because that would be like,
What was he doing?
I don't know. He's 50 years old, lives in Wisconsin,
All right. That's 2 strikes.
needs explosives. What do you need them for in Wisconsin? I am myself from Wisconsin, and I can't think of a single thing. We have
Alternative
dairy,
Hmm?
corn.
Cheese.
That comes with dairy.
Yes, it does.
alcoholism.
Yeah.
True, accurate.
I have a theory. He was making illegal fireworks.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
You see, he went to one of those like those
Phantom
big box,
fireworks.
Yeah, phantom fireworks that are right on the border.
Yeah.
For totally not there to prey on Minnesota.
Right.
Prey on the Minnesota firework laws. But he's like, he saw the prices on them. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah. He going in.
He going in.
You know what this reminds me of?
How do you procure explosive like things? Yeah. I mean, I guess it could be pretty. It doesn't have to be. Like,
See, it's in some
rare.
ways it's shockingly easy.
yeah, you're right. No, as soon as I said, it, I was like, really, it's not that bad because all like separate like compounds
I
are.
can attest to a firework incident that happened here last year that you remember well.
Would you like to reveal details?
I would not.
Okay.
I would plead the fifth.
All right, that's
But
chill.
I was gonna say, this reminds me of a incident that happened a couple years ago to a defensive end for the Giants named Jason Pierre-Paul, who was an excellent
Ah.
defensive end.
Yes,
you know what
I
I'm
know
talking
that.
about?
I know that name.
He blew off, I believe, 2 or 3 of the fingers on one of his hands.
From fireworks?
Yes, doing something with fireworks.
Misfire or just he did it improperly?
Don't recall.
Okay. That's fair.
But he didn't come back and play for a while, and now he plays with like a giant like club on his hand. Not
Just
for
bean people.
not for real. It was like his hand was like so taped up and stuff that it just looks like he's a giant club
arm.
club hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Ugh.
whack.
His
I don't.
His person is a weapon.
Yeah, I'm also curious at where exactly his
Right.
hand was blown
Hand to
off.
me it says like right there, but there's no
There's
way
no
it could
way.
be clean.
I feel
Right
like
there being like right at like the joint.
I
of
feel
the
like
wrist.
it was like half of his hand.
That would make sense, yeah.
Or
Also,
like there.
well, if it goes any further up, that's got to be like a lot of that. To me, says more than fireworks was being done, right?
Yeah.
Also, you can just make fireworks by buying fireworks and taking them apart and putting them together, which I
Yes,
may
you
or
can.
may not have done before.
We do not recommend it on this program. Do not try this at home. I don't. But he's in good condition. According to the
Also, make
hospital.
sure if you're launching any like fireworks, make sure the baseboard that you're shooting them off of is stable, not on a hill, and you don't fall down next to it.
Oh.
I was okay, but I came very dangerously close to being greatly singed.
Oh man, I don't know if I could roll with a singed roommate.
We're gonna quote one of the greatest videos of all time. Remember to get the water.
That boy needs some milk.
Big boy, you know the video I'm talking about where they light off those fireworks in like the Chicago ghetto and they're exploding everywhere, like
You
hitting
see,
cars.
you mean motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the water.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's in there. And then the number of times he says Jesus in that
Jesus,
video.
Jesus, oh Lord, Jesus.
Oh Lord, I think it's 13 and a half.
Yes.
Jeez.
I think they gave him a half for the time he said loud.
Ah, okay.
That is an iconic video.
We can't play it on here.
No, we absolutely cannot.
But all you people can go out and look at it.
Yeah,
Just like you should look up Jingle Cats.
I'll be showing it to you, roommate.
And also look up your nearest Dave & Buster's location for your $15 unlimited drinks, unlimited entrees, and unlimited plays.
Just go into the kitchen.
Plays are the best part.
Just go into the kitchen and retrieve it yourself.
Get your Dr. Pepper. Say hi to them employees.
Hey guys.
Guys, I'm Jeff. I'm just
Can
gonna.
I say they have a very Dave & Buster's has a very controversial soda option.
What?
Brisk.
Brisk is pretty good.
Yeah.
You can get it at a Dollar
We get
Tree.
Brisk.
You can get like large Brisks.
Wait, they have Brisk at the Dollar Tree?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm selling. Everyone out there, if you know who I am, buy my honey, please. I have so much. It takes up so much space.
It tastes good.
Well, it's such an odd request for all you people out there who may or may not know me. Buy my honey.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, it's good honey.
I'm currently all profits go to the Making My Car Run Again Foundation.
Oh, you've had some serious problems.
as well as now I'd also it's gonna be
Brisk Fund.
Brisk Fund.
It's pretty good. They're like, they're not like.
So it's like a Roth IRA, your 401k Brisk Fund.
Perfect.
Well, all right, guys. It's
Eric Schuler, Hero of the Week.
yeah. You know, time for some ads now.
Yeah,
PSA.
the best part.
Eat skeet.
Eric
We
Schuler.
shall return.
Magical time.
I really like how you pronounce Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
No, you know what? I'm gonna if a group of people show up to U-Wall as a Star Trek expedition team, I'll pay each of you $5.
Each of the people, but it's only $5 for a pair. Ooh, wow. That's a good
Ooh,
deal.
Yeah, good deal. Because honestly,
For the costume contest or just the ball in general?
Just all of it. You have to be there for all of it.
Okay. Is that worth
So-
$5?
I'm gonna say at this point, I'm sick and tired of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I'm just gonna
The
keep
fan-
saying. If you say the name, I'm gonna say it.
The Cursed Child ruined it for me even more than just the fans did, and then Fantastic Beasts is just like milking it. You're being a dead horse there,
Yep.
brawling.
It's money.
I mean, that's pretty much like her shtick at this point. I feel like.
Money makes the world go
She
round.
can't, she can't rate anything good new.
Whoa.
She can't rate
Careful
anything that
with what
doesn't
you
relate to
say. You
Harry
could have
Potter.
rabid fans on you.
Oh no.
The books are like, I don't know. I was talking about this with you the other day, Shredder. Like, you've never read them, but they're good. But I feel like they're also super overhyped, right? I don't know if you've read them.
Yeah,
right?
I've read most of them. I read up until like book 7, and then I kind of stopped for whatever reason. Just
Okay.
like
It's pretty good, but I feel like at certain points it's
Can
sort
I
of
break in
drags
real
on.
quick and read a really? I found this random thing with doctors talking about the stupidest patients they ever dealt with at the ER. Can I just read this real quick?
Go for it. I'm not gonna stop you.
This is
Stop. What
this
are you
is in
doing?
first person. So 2 guys are attempting to lay hardwood flooring. They have no clue what they are doing, but what the heck? They rip up the old flooring, lay down some plywood, and start to lay down their nice antique hardwood boards.
Was it at a hospital?
No. This is like how the injury. This is the story. Of how
Oh,
the
this
injury
is how the
happened.
injury happened. Okay.
At this point, they have an issue. How does one find the studs in the floor when they are covered by the larger plywood panels? Well, being geniuses, they decide to send one guy to the floor below and have him call out under the beam and have the guy fire his nail compressor over the sound.
My God.
There's so many issues at this stage that it is amazing. I have no clue why they thought this plan was a good idea. So
I'm-
tempting to start
I'm a-
smacking them around at this point.
That kind of like terrified me for a second because
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
okay.
Sure enough, the guy on the top floor missed a beam, fires the way overpowered tool into the plywood, goes through the weaker first layer of flooring, shoots the guy on the bottom floor in the head.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
I was expecting somewhere else.
Hold
but
on.
Head is
This-
worse than what I was.
They know the nail missed the beam, but cannot locate the nail. Oddly enough, the patient was fine. The nail grazed his skull and entered the skin, then settled behind the ear. It was
Some
a
new
very
bling.
it was a very sore bump. He assumed the nail had hit him on the way by, and initially didn't want to come in.
Oh my
But
God.
the friend insisted on it since they could not find the missing nail.
Did they not see a puncture wound?
Apparently not.
I mean, okay, really, I'd be amazed if they saw the puncture wound. If they were unable to find the studs, then they didn't know how to put in a floor. That's impressive. Props to those guys. Honorary Heroes of the Week to those.
honorary, yes.
Oh, can I just read this other one?
Okay, well, there's the last one.
Okay, this
though.
is real quick. I'll just say it. As an army medic, I've had some dumb patients. One of the first guys I treated got nasty road rash from a motorcycle crash and decided to treat himself by pouring Jack Daniels on it.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Legendary.
Oh man, that's
Those are both honorary Heroes of the Week. Those are fantastic.
okay. And
Hey.
real quick.
All right.
We once had a guy who had the tip of his finger amputated. The first question he asked was, "Will this grow back?"
Oh my. It's a bad slow clap, but it's there.
Yeah.
I applaud that, man.
Oh man. All right. Well,
That about
That's-
rippity wraps it up.
Yeah.
that's it for it tonight. Once again, eat Skeet Morse. I've been the Shredder.
Dilly dilly, I'm the big boy.
Oh, you're not keeping with what you said?
No, it's bad.
Okay. You don't like Yoo-hoo?
No.
You.
I'm not sponsored by Yoo-Hoo, so I'm not
Yoo-hoo.
I'm not gonna say it anymore.
Let's get sponsored by Wendy's and they'll give us chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggies.
All right.
Kumquat on the mic tonight. What fruit will be here next week?
The world may never know.
Good night, y'all.
Farewell.